Understanding a programming language becomes easy once you have understood the basics of it. And every programming language basics include declaring a variable in it, understanding the data types that it has, creating a program out of it, understanding functions, iterating through that program through various loops and other things. And once you have understood this, you can easily create a program in that programming language. And one such programming language that we are discussing today is Python. As we know, Python is a very popular programming language today owing to its wide presence in various sectors such as in data science, in AI, in machine learning, in any other field that you think, Python is there. And Python is the most popular programming language today with its easy syntax and the vast libraries, modules that it provides. So if you're planning to learn Python, then we've already covered introduction to Python, that is the part 1 of this video, in which we have discussed what Python is, why is it used, what are the different job roles that Python offers us, and how you can transition into that. And then we have installed Python into our system. So this is part 2 of the Python tutorial series for beginners, where we will be discussing data types, variables and loops in Python. This will be a comprehensive hands-on video where we will be doing everything on an IDE, which is the Visual Studio Code. So now let's start the video. So now we'll be declaring a variable here, and for that I'll be using Visual Studio Code. So if you do not have Visual Studio Code onto your system, I have already covered how you can install Visual Studio Code and how you can use the extension Python here from Microsoft to use Python code in Visual Studio Code. So if you have not yet seen the video, link will be there in the description. You can check the video introduction to Python and how we can install Python onto our system. Okay, so in this video we'll be declaring the variable first. So declaring a variable in Python is very simple, as we can declare it directly without specifying the data type. So here if I declare where name is equal to Swati, and if I wish to print this, then this will not throw any error, because Python is dynamically typed, so this will automatically pick the data type of the variable that I have declared. So this will automatically figure out what is the data type. So for that, if I wish to again see the data type of the variable that I have declared, then we'll be use print type, the type of the variable, the type, the name of the variable and the type of the variable. And here we'll see the class is string. So this is a string variable, oh sorry, this is a string data type which enclosed in double quotes. I can also use single quotes and both of them will work. Similarly, if I wish to use a data type of integer and I want to print the integer variable, then this will work and this will show me the value that I have specified. And for the same, to see the type of the variable age, we can write type of age, print type the variable age, and this will show me the variable is integer. So since Python is dynamically typed, we do not have to explicitly specify the data type here, as compared to Java and other languages where we have to first specify the data type. Int a is equal to 5, or string name is Ravi, etc. We have to specify the data type first, and after that we declare the variable and the value. But since Python is dynamically typed, there is no need to declare the data type. Python will automatically figure out the data types after seeing the value of the variable. Okay, so this is how we declare variables in Python. So once we have declared the variable, since that Python is dynamically typed, so there are different data types that Python has. The different data types of Python that are, so integer which takes the number value 10, minus 5, positive, negative, and this represents whole numbers. Then there is float that takes decimal values 3.14, positive, negative, 0.099, negative, and this takes decimal numbers. These two are primitive data types, or system defined data types, which represents numbers. Then this is a string data type which takes a string of values in the form of text or string enclosed in double quotes or single quotes. Both of them will work. Then there is boolean for true and false, and this boolean is mostly used during loops to declare if the condition is true or if the condition is false, then the loop will run or it will not run. Then these are four of the data types which are commonly used in Python, such as a list, dictionary, tuple, and set. Where list is the ordered collection of items, more like arrays, where we declare the values and we can change them accordingly if we want. But these are in order. Then there is dictionary as key value pairs, where the variable is the key and the value is the value that we give. This is the key and this is the value, the key value pair in dictionary. And these are enclosed in curly braces, these are enclosed in square braces. Tuple is more like a list where we have the ordered collection of items, but this cannot be changed. And so this is enclosed in round brackets. And there is set. Set is an unordered collection of unique items, which these are not in order, but they are unique. So we cannot enter duplicate values here, and these are enclosed in curly braces. And the last one is none, which means this has no value. So this is a null value. So these are the different data types that Python offers us. Integer, float, which is the primitive data type or system defined data type. String, boolean for string values, bool for true and false. List, dictionary, tuple, and set. These are different data types that we commonly use to write programs. The last one is for null values. So these are the different data types that Python has, and we use them commonly. Since Python is dynamically typed, we do not have to specify the data type, but if you want to check, we can print the type through print type and the name of the variable, and it will print the data type that the value has. So now we'll be creating a program using list, dictionary, tuples, and set to understand these better. And then once we have created, we'll be using loops to test those loops out. Okay. So the first one is list. List is a ordered collection of items. So this is in order, which means if we create a list here, and if I declare any value here, say 1, 2, or 3, 4, then these will be in order. This will follow an order, whatever order I have specified, then that will follow the order. And these are changeable. So if I wish to change, remove 4 and add some other thing, then I can easily do that. It allows duplicate items. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. It can allow duplicate items. We can enter any number, and this you can also duplicate them, we can remove them. And if I want to see the value of this, then I will be using, let's say a is equal to this. So to see the value, I'll be using a 2. So this 2 will print the value of 0, 1, 2, 3. This will print 3. This is index of array starts from 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So A2 will print 3. So this will give me the index based access. So list is kind of a collection of ordered item, like an array which is ordered, which is changeable, that is it's mutable, it's changeable. It allows duplicate items, and we can access using the index. This is index based access. So let's create a program to understand list better. So let's say I have companies, a list of companies here that has a value of, say, Apple, Google, Amazon, and Netflix. Then these four values I have inserted in the companies variable, and if I wish to print companies, then this will print the array here. For index based access, we can use print companies and the value. So if I enter 2 here, then the spelling mistakes. Okay, and run it. Then this will give me Amazon 0, 1, 2. This is the excess of 2. So now I want to remove Netflix and insert Facebook instead of Netflix. So companies dot remove Netflix. So I will enter the value directly here, print companies, and I want to remove this from here and print here so that I can see the end result. And this is printing Apple, Google, Amazon, and Netflix is removed. Since removed, now we will append one value here to companies dot append, and let's enter, let's say Meta, and save and check. Now Meta is included. So is a mutable data type, which means it can be changed. So we can remove something, you can add something, you can use index based access. So this is basically a list, and more like an array, uses angular braces, and we can create different data types. This is an ordered collection, so the order that I have entered, this is the order that I'll get. Okay, so now we'll move ahead to another data type, dictionary. So dictionary is a key value pair. So dictionary means just like a dictionary that we have at home. I wish to see something from P. Let's say I want to understand the meaning of Python. So first I'll go to P, and then I'll go to py, and then I'll search for Python. So dictionary is more like key value pair. First, and you have a key, and then using that key, we have a value associated with that key. So this is unordered. But in older Python versions, now the newer one keeps insertion order, and as you insert values, as you insert keys, the order is maintained. Earlier it was unordered, but now the order is maintained. It's mutable, which means this is also changeable like list. So in list, if you want to remove something, then we can remove, and if you want to insert a new value, then we can also insert. Same as dictionary. Dictionary is mutable, it's changeable. So if you wish to remove a key value pair, we can do that, and if you wish to insert a new key value, then we can do that as well. But here we no duplicate keys are allowed. In list you can enter duplicate values, but here you cannot enter duplicate keys. And here the values are accessed using keys and not index, unlike list where we use the index of the values that we have, that we wish to access from the index 2, or if we wish to access from the index 1 or 0. Then in list we use the index value, but here we access using keys. The whatever key that we have entered, let's say key is name is equal to let's Swati, then using the key value we can access the value and not using index. So let's see through via a program how a dictionary is created and how we can do various operations on that. So here in dictionary, let's say take a variable as my dictionary, and in curly braces we'll start using this. And for key value pair, first the key is name, and take the name is Varun, age, key is age, and let's say the value is 40, and then the designation that he has, let's say he is the architect. Okay, this is the key and these are the values. To print the value, let's say I want to print the name, just the name, then I use print my dictionary, the name of the variable, and in angular braces the variable, the key name is here is name, and close. Save this and run, and we'll get Varun, the name, just the name. Same for age and same for designation. We can also use get to check if the key doesn't exist. Then we can also use get to print the values here. So the same, the variable name my dictionary, and here dot get, and let's say the name, name, and if the name is not found, then it will print not found. Okay, and save the same. And since name is there, name is declared. If I have any other value here and if it's not found, then it will print not found. So this is particularly useful if you do not know what keys you have in your dictionary. So this will print if the key is found, and if it's not found, then this will print not found. So to add a value to my dictionary, the name, let's say I want to add city, and this is the key, and the value is, let's say Noida, and print the value, print my dictionary. Save this and run. So you see that name is Varun, age is 40, designation architect, and city is Noida that we have just added. To update, let's say I want to update the designation here. So to update, what I'll do, I'll write my dictionary, the name, variable name, and the key is designation to update. We'll enter directly the new value. New value is developer. Save this, and if I run this again, then now you will see the designation has been changed from architect to developer. So this is how you can update a value. If the designation is already here, this will update. If the designation is not found, then this will create a new key value pair, that which is this one, city Noida, because city was not there, the city was created. To remove a value, so now I wish to remove city. So to remove, we'll directly write delete, the name of the variable, my dictionary, and the key that I want to delete. So here the key is city. Save this and run this again. So this is throwing error because the city is declared below and here city is not found. So I'll remove from here and here. After city, paste this, save again and run. So now city is removed. This is all about dictionary, how you can create a dictionary, the key value pairs, you can how you can update a value, the printing all the values and inserting a new key value pair and deleting everything. So now we will move ahead to the next data type, which is tuples, which are ordered and immutable collection. This is immutable, which means once you have entered a value in tuple, you cannot change the value. So if you have entered here anything, if you wish to change, you cannot change because once items are entered, it cannot be changed. This is immutable, unlike list, which was mutable, or dictionary, which was mutable. So lists and dictionaries were mutable. You can enter things, you can remove things, and but here in tuples we cannot change or remove items, so this is immutable, this cannot be changed. This allows duplicates and has an index based access, just like list. That is, if you wish to see any index, then we can write the index value and we can get the value back. This allows index based access and this allows duplicates, immutable and ordered list. So now we'll check how we can create a program using tuples. So tuples are created using round brackets and all the items are placed inside these parentheses and commas between them. So they can have any number of items and they can be of different data types. So how we can create a tuple here? So let's say name the tuple as tuple. List have square brackets, dictionaries have curly braces, and tuples have round brackets. Okay. And here I'll enter the value. Let's say the value is Python tutorial for beginners. Okay, so this is the tuple value that I have entered, Python tutorial for beginners. And to print, just use print and the variable name, which is tuple. Save and run. Okay, and this will print the value that I've entered, Python tutorial for beginners. I can also print a tuple using list. So if I wish to use a different type of data type, let's say I'm using list here. So let's the name as list 1, and list 1 is enter the list values, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and using tuples, if I wish to print, then you will write print tuple and the variable name list 1. So this will print the list values also 1, 2, 3, 4 in by changing the brackets. So here in list we have used square brackets, but as soon as this list is changed into tuple, the brackets will change into round brackets because tuple by default uses round brackets. So this has the data type has changed. So if I to get a single value out of tuples, let's say print tuple 2, so this should print 0, 1, 2, 4. So this has printed 4. tuple 2, tuple is this one, and 2 is 0, 1, 2. This will print 4. So this is index based access, that I can get the value at a particular index. You can also use range of elements using slicing. So for that, print tup uh, tup and get the range from 1 to 3 and save this. So this is tutorial 4 and not big nose, because this is till 3. So 0, 1, 2 and not 3. So 1, 2, 3. So just 1 and 2. This will print tutorial 4. So this is for slicing. Also, if I remove 1 and just, this will start from 0. So this is Python tutorial 4. The early limit is not specified, just the next limit is specified. This is till 3. So this will print everything before 3. The tutorial Python tutorial 4. This is printing Python tutorial 4. So this is how you can do with slicing. So now let's add something to tuple and see if it allows us to add. So for that, tup1 is equal to Python tutorials, and run this. So this is throwing error as tuple object does not support item assignment. So you cannot change anything after you have created a tuple here. So this will not support. You can delete the entire tuple by passing delete tuple. So after deleting this, this will throw errors because the tuple is not defined, because it is not finding tuple anywhere, because this has already been deleted in this step. So in the next step, it cannot find tup as it's already been deleted. So you can delete the entire tuple using delete tuple. So this was tuples, how you can create a tuple, printing that, deleting the entire tuple using mix and match variables here, using mixed data type. You can also use list, or you can also use any other data type in tuple. You can print all of them, concatenate each other, use index based result, and also slice them accordingly. So this was the basic operations you can do on a tuple. So the next data type that we'll discuss is sets, and set is an unordered collection of unique items. So here the important term is unique. In the previous data type in tuple, we saw that it was an ordered collection, but it allowed duplicates. But sets is an unordered collection of unique items that it cannot have duplicates. So set is a collection of unique items. So this is unordered. You can enter in any order. No duplicates are allowed. It's mutable, but elements must be immutable. So list set is mutable. Just once it's created, you can change it, but elements are immutable, that is you cannot enter a duplicate value. So if you've entered a value once, you cannot enter that again. So elements are immutable, but the set is mutable, and no indexing is there, so you can access the set without index also. So we'll see a program to understand sets better. So for that, again, first remove the space here, and we will comment this as well. And now, so to create a set, we use, let's say the variable name is my set, is in curly braces, just like dictionary. We enter the value, let's say 1 2 3 4, and print my set. Run this, and you will get the value in curly braces, because sets also has curly braces just like dictionary, but dictionary has key value pairs, and just here just the values, no keys. We can also create a set with mixed data set. So my set 1 is, let's say I create Java 50 true, and a value, let's say 99.99. Okay, and print this. My set 1. So so this won't throw any error, because sets also allowed us to use mixed data type. So not just one type of data type, you can use any type of data in sets and print that. Okay, but there are no duplicate values allowed in sets. So let's, if I enter here 1 2 slash 2 again and 4 again and save and print the values again, then you will see only 1 2 3 4 is printed. The double duplicate values are ignored. This is not printed, it's not printing 1 2 2 3 4 4. This is just printing 1 2 3 4. And here too, if I enter 50 twice and save, so this won't print 50 twice, it will ignore the second value and print the value just once. So if I want to access the values using index in my set 1, print my set 1 and I want to index, get the value of 2, save and run, then this will throw an error because this is not subscriptable. You cannot use an index based value in sets. Okay, so some useful functions of sets are that you can add a few things into it, or you can update and you can also delete. So to add, let's say I want to add a new value in my set 1. So what I'll do is just write my set 1 dot add and the value, let's say the value is hello. Okay, and print my set 1, save and run. So this will print hello. To update an item here, you can use my set 1 dot update the value 50 to 60, save and run. This is not print because this will not print because this I have to print this again. So I'll cut this and paste this, save and run. So remove 50. So my set 1 dot remove and remove the value 50, save and run again. So 50 is now removed, and there is one more value of discard. So my set 1 dot discard. So in discard, if it's more like remove, we can remove items, but if the item is not found, it will not throw any error, it will just ignore. So let's say if I enter your 100 and run this, so this is not found, so this will not throw any error, but if it's found, then it will remove that 100 out of this set 1. Okay, so this is the difference between remove and discard. And there is one more of pop. So my set 1 dot pop, and that will remove a random item because set is unordered, so this prints in any order, so this will remove any random item. So s dot pop, and name it as I is equal to set dot pop and print I. Okay, uh, save and let's see which item is popped. So 99 Java hello. So what is popped here? True. True is popped out. So this is an, since set is an unordered list and this prints in any order, so the pop removed true from the list. Okay, and s dot my set 1 dot clear will clear the entire set and it will make the list empty. So if I again do remove this and my set 1 dot clear, and this will empty the entire set. So now if I print, the set is clear set, this just set it's printing, and the earlier set, my set is printing the same, this set is completely empty now, this has cleared the entire set. Okay, there are a few very powerful operation in set, which is union, intersection, difference. So we'll also see that. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll create two sets here. So let's remove all of this, and this is one set. Update some values here, 1 2 3 4 5, and use one more set. My set 1 is equal to another set of 3 4 5 6. Okay, and in the, to see if both of these sets have something in common, then we will be using intersection. So for that, we will use my set dot intersection, and the name of the other set, which is my set 1. Save this and print. This is not printing anything. Okay. Okay, save again and print. Save. So 3 and 4 and 5, this has common here, 3 4 5 3 4 5. So this will print the common things in the set. To print the entire values of both the sets, we will be using union. To copy this entirely and paste here, and in place of intersection, we will be using dot union, and this will print the all the values of both the sets. Duplicates are not printed, so just the single values are printed, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the duplicates will be ignored. One more is difference. So same again, and in difference what we will have is the difference between the two sets. Then what is some which is not there? So 1 2 is not there in this set. So the difference is 1 and 2. The others are, because I am comparing this set with this set. So 1 2 is not there in this set. So 1 2 is printed. If I use my set 1, and here if I use my set, then 6 will be printed, because 6 is not there in this set. Okay. So these are the things about set, and there is one more frozen set, which is an immutable set. So in scenarios, if you do not want to have an unchangeable set, that is, once you have created the set, you do not want to add or remove any items from that set, then what we will do, we can create a frozen set here. To create a frozen set, we will use, let's say, frozen set is equal to frozen, so frozen set is already declared. Let's just frozen is equal to frozen set, which is a keyword, and declare, let's say, the company's name, Apple slash Google, and Netflix, and A should be capital. Yeah. Okay. And save this. Okay. So this is frozen set. This will print as frozen set. If I wish to add something into it, so let's say if I wish to add frozen, the name dot add, and let's say I wish to add Amazon here and save, then it will throw error that frozen set object has no attribute as add, because this is a immutable set, you cannot add things into it. So this will not allowing you to add anything into the set here. So this was about sets, how you can create a set, how with a single type of data type, with mixed data types, using different functions and methods such as add, update, remove, discard, pop, and clear the set. Also, we saw the operations of intersection, union, and difference, and created an immutable set from a frozen set. Okay, so this was all about sets. Now we look into loops, how we can create, how we can loop through a program, and we'll look at the different programs of list of tuples and of sets and of dictionaries, and how we can loop through them. Okay. So the next topic is loops in Python. The major types of loops in Python are for loop, while loops. For loops goes through an iteration and while loops is based on conditions. So if we want to iterate through a list, let's say the list is 2, 4, 6, 8, and I want to iterate through that list. So for list in li print list, so this will print the list in the order. We can also use range for list in range, and I want to print till 10. So this will give me the range of numbers from 0 to 9, that is 10 numbers. This is the for loop where I can iterate till the condition is true. And the next loop is while loop. While loop executes a block of code as long as the condition is true. And this is a simple program in while loop where there is a variable of a with the value 0 and another variable l with the value of Studitable. So this will iterate till a is less than the length of l, which is the value of Studitable. So till a is less than the length of l, this loop will run. So if the value of u or I, if in Studitable u or I is found, then the loop will continue and the value of a will increase. If it's not found, then current letter will be printed, whatever the current letter is, and the value will increase again by 1. So if we run this, then we will see the first letter is S, because S is not in this scenario. This will continue and the current letter is S. So S doesn't match these and S is printed. Then T also doesn't match because T is not in this if loop, if it's U or if it's I. So T is also printed, U is there. So if U is found, then this will continue. If you do not print this, continue. So this will continue and U will not be printed and the next letter will be taken. D will be taken. D is not there, so D will be printed. I is in this loop. If this is found, then increase the value and continue. So increase the value, this will come outside of this loop and print the current letter and move ahead. So similarly, u and I will not be printed and rest all the letters of the value study table will be printed. So this is a while loop which is iterating over a condition in Python. So the two main type of loops in Python are for loop and while loop. So we have seen how we can use for loops and now we have seen how we can use while loops. So this was the video about variables, data types and loops in Python. I hope you found this video useful. If you found this useful, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Keep learning, keep growing. I will see you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you very much.